You can come this side also. Not many people.
Oh, sure.
Eh? Can on the second row or third row. Huh? Uh, in the second row, third row, all are free. Dinonat, we are ready? Om Ashato Ma Sadgamaya Tamasho Ma Jyotir Gamaya Mrityur Ma Amritam Gamaya Aviravir Mairi Rudro Yatte Dakshinang Mukham Te Namang Pahi Nityam Te Namang Pahi Nityam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light and illumination. Lead us from death to immortality, and evermore shine in our hearts with your resplendent face. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are back to the reading of this wonderful book, Shanti Gita, the Song of Peace, narrated by Bhagavan Krishna to the disciple Arjuna. The last time we read that a student who is very fit student, Dinanath, one mask is there. Can you bring it and give it? Go straight, straight, behind the chair, the racks. So it has been said that it has been said that a student, competent student, who is pure in heart, who is practicing discipline, self-respect, whose mind is controlled, who has deep faith and respect for the teacher, spiritual teacher, and the scriptures, which are the revelation of the truth. This type of genuine student, then he should approach a spiritual teacher. And this spiritual teacher, then the spiritual teacher will then, approaching the spiritual teacher, then they will go and please the spiritual teacher, because this treasure is in his hand. It is not the book knowledge, but it is the knowledge from this life to life. So the spiritual treasure which the guru is embodying, then he confers it to his disciple through the mantra and other practices. So we have read the other time that the Sri Guru Kripaya Shishas Tarit Samshara Varidim. Gyanodata Guru, the giver of the wisdom and knowledge, will be able to help us to cross the ocean of this birth and death and suffering and pain. And it is so important that spiritual teacher is an important factor in spiritual life. Without Vina Acharjam, without any Acharya, without any spiritual teacher, nahi jnanam. Knowledge cannot be dawn in the heart of the person. No mukti, no question of freedom is possible. Napi sadgati, neither one can reach the highest level of spiritual truth. Therefore, one student's duty should be Prajatnato Vidwan. The Vidwan means the intelligent student. He will serve the teacher to please. Now, as we said, now the books are available online and so accessible. But in previous time, in the earlier days, the guru used to know the entire scriptures and he knows the entire meaning of the scripture. And then he meditated and prayed, and in his life, those knowledge was manifested. So it is all in the brain of or in the mind of the teacher. So if Guru is pleased, then Sevaya Samprasadnatma. If one the Guru feels that is a real student, genuine student, wants to really have the wisdom and knowledge, so he becomes pleased and then teach the student. What he will teach? That is the Vedanta essence of the Vedantic teaching. That what you are, analyze. Nattang deho na indriyani na prano na manodhya. Neither you are the body, because body is changing. If you are the body, how the body will be unchanging then? So it is body is changing, it cannot be you. You are the always, no? We always feel I in the childhood, I in the young age, I in the now. So all through there is consciousness, I consciousness behind that I cannot be this changing body because from our childhood time till now, the body has changed so much. So I am not the body, I cannot be the body. But I am the witness of the body. I see I have a body. I stand before the mirror, I see myself. I see my hairs are getting gray. It was black. So change has happened. I'm not the same guy. Body is changing, medically body is changing. So I cannot be the body, but I am in the body. I am somebody who is separate in the body. In our room, house, we enter into the house becomes old. But the person who enters, he can give up the body, that house, enter into another house. So this body is like a house. So I'm not the house, but I'm the indweller in the house. I am somebody who dwells inside. I am not the senses. I see through the eyes. But I don't see always through the eyes. I close my eyes and I also in mental level I see something. In dream I see something. So I'm not the body, not the mind, not the senses, not the uh, emotions. So what am I then? The Vedanta teaches, Eshan drashta cha saksitvam. The Guru will teach, my boy, my girl, this is, you are not the body, you are not the senses, you are not your mind, you are not your intellect, it is not your ego, but behind that ego, that eternal consciousness, the sakshi, drashta, the witness, that you are. Tom, and that you is not mortal, that is Satchidananda, is the ocean of bliss, that is the consciousness, that is the reality. So you are that reality, eternal. There no change happens. The body changes, you see your body is changing. You see in your when you close your eyes and see how mind is going here and there. So you are the observer of your mind. Like that, you are the observer of your understanding, you are the observer of your petty ego. You say, oh, I was so deluded that time, that I. Now I understand it is not so. So I is also an observed thing to the observer, which is called Sakshi, eternal witness. That is the Vedanta says it is the cosmic consciousness which pervades everywhere. So that is the substance. Not like the ocean is Satchidananda, the ocean of bliss and uh, consciousness, and all the ripples and waves, billions and millions of ripples and waves, like we are like one bubble, bubble, bubble. Yes? Some is becoming big, some is dying, some is born. So these are all play of the water waves are happening. And but the ground is the ground of all waves are the ocean of consciousness, ocean of bliss. Unending, there is no end of it. Body can come, body can die. Mind may be up today, tomorrow may be depressed. Understanding is clear today, tomorrow foggy. My ego today is high up, tomorrow it gets down. So these are all controllable items. But I am not controlled by anything. So this knowledge will come. If there is no obstacle, it says pratibandhaka shunyasya jnanam, that knowledge that I am that infinite ocean of love and consciousness, birthless, deathless am I. The body dies, body comes. My mind is sometimes high or low. Emotions are sometimes working. But not I am not Ishang Drashta. I am the witness. I am the observer of all these things. So I am that eternal. This word should come out of the mouth of the Guru. And Guru, when he tells to the student, if the student is just ready, in one stroke when they hear, that moment illumination will come. And Shruti Matra, as soon as he hears from the Guru, he will understand that he is Atman. Top quality of student, like Ramakrishna, heard from Tutakuri, thou art that, you are that. That reality, that Satchidananda, that ocean of bliss, that consciousness are you. As soon as he heard, his mind shoot up and he went to Samadhi. No? So this is for the top grade student. So pure that they can instantly understand, no, I'm not, I am never the body. I am just dwelling in the body. I am just observing my mind. Observed object is always called matter. This is I am observing. Table is jada, matter. I am conscious entity who is observing the table. Similarly, mind is I am observing. So observer is the conscious entity and this is matter. So this is the regular analysis. But this advanced student is so advanced that he does not need anything. So instantly, once he hears this, and then immediately, then his knowledge will be dawn in him. So that we read last time up to verse 23. Now today we are reading 24. What does it 24 say? Nached manana yogena nididhya sanata puna pratibandha kshay jnanam swayamivo upajayate. This is Sanskrit. It says, Nachit manana yogena nididhyana sato puna pratibandha kshay. Suppose someone is not that much advanced and that person has what? There is some obstacle. Because mind is clouded, mind does not accept this truth. Suppose we are talking, all our mind, it's not easy to accept this truth. It is what type of talk you are describing? I am not the body, I am the Atman, I am this fragile body mind, and I am seeing I am infinite. We have many obstacles. Body identity. We are identified with our material things, money, wealth, and our mind is distracted. Mind is not pure. But when mind will be pure by daily analysis, then will come second grade of student. Nachit manana yogena nididhya asanata puna. By manana, reflection. What I read just now, I'm not the body, not the mind, I'm the observer of the body, I'm the observer of the mind, I'm observer of my intelligence, understanding. I say my intelligence, I got puzzled yesterday, I could not get the point, now I got it. That means you are observing your intellect, the ability of the intellect. So you are observer. So when this analysis, it will not happen. For us, we are doing for so many years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. We are doing 50 years. Still, we have not the experience. Why? Because there is some obstacle. So if by manana, reflection, what we have just discussed, sit quietly and think, really, am I the body? Or am I the observer of the body? Am I the mind? I am so much depressed. Oh, life is meaningless. I am worthless guy. I will die today. What is my life value? Arey, you are talking to your mind. Mind is nonsense. The same mind gets elated. He says, hey, I am the Lord of the world. I can change, I can kill somebody, I can conquer a country. All big people did like that. No, it's the play of the mind. I am not the mind. I observe my mind. So analyze, and reflect, deeper reflection. And you have to be convinced, yes, it is a matter. Mind is a matter. Your intellect is a matter. Your ego is a matter. Analyze. That's why it's called manana. Reflection, yogena, with the help of this analysis. Nididhyasana, and deep reflection. Contemplate. I cannot be the body. I am the witness of the body. This will be so convincing that when you utter this word, you will feel, yes, I am the observer. I am not the body. So this concept, when it becomes again and again by practice of repeated deep reflection and contemplation, when pratibandhakshay, when the obstacle which is between, it is like the truth is here and I am here. But because there is a blockage, I don't see the truth. There is this, suppose this temple, but there is a wall, there is an obstacle. I cannot see what is beyond. But there is space. There are things. But the obstacle is not allowing me to see. But you, by refine, make it refined. It is a solid wall. Now by reflection, by contemplation, you refine, the wall becomes thinner and thinner and thinner. It becomes like a glass. When it becomes glass, you are convinced, yes, I see the light there. But still there is a difference. A level of separation is there. That's called Sabikalpa Samadhi, or that breaking, that should also be broken. That's to reach the absolute knowledge of self. So, what it should happen for the second category of people who have done this not for reading the book, not attending the classes only, but only seeing once, it is a good idea. No, it becomes a serious thing of our life. That's why you find sadhus in the Himalayas, or even in any tradition, many people day and night thinking like that. That major thing that to solve the mystery of life. Who am I? That is the question. And that goes on if one contemplates regularly, reflects on this deeply, and regulates. And when the mind becomes cleaner and cleaner and cleaner of the dirt and dust of attachment and other things of the world, the truth will reveal spontaneously because it is here. It is like a bulb, 1,000-watt bulb, is covered by some 2-3 layers of clothing, darker clothing, different colored or black something, so that the internal light does not come out. But remove that by contemplation, by reflection, one by one. Aham, aham ki, is it Shankaracharya? Mano buddhi ahankara chitta ninaham. I'm not this. Go on, day and night, every breath, try to think like that. Then this obstacle will be released, and then pratibandhakshay, when this obstacle will go away, suppose the wall is gone, what will happen? Pratibandhakshay jnana swayamevu pujayate. The knowledge will be spontaneously manifest. The bulb, which was light, always emitting light, if the obstacles are gone, the light will shine in its own way. We are not to. Dualistic religion says, call upon God, God will come. When, oh Lord, when will you come before me? Vedanta says, God is with you, and you ignoring him. You don't look at him. He's here. Without that, you cannot talk. You cannot smile. You cannot move your hand. You cannot blink an eye. You cannot breathe. And you're saying, oh Lord, where are you? When shall I? You are ignoring that. To this analysis, you have to do day and night. Swayam eva upajayate. It will be spontaneously, it will be revealed the truth that you are Satchidananda, that knowledge will dawn. So, this verse 24, its translation is, otherwise, for the next category of student, first category of student, Sravana Matrana, as soon as they hear from the Guru's mouth, they are so pure soul that instantly they go into Samadhi. Means instant experience that I am neither the body nor the mind, I am that conscious. Only the dive deep into the consciousness and blissfulness, their eternal life. But next category, they are saying that otherwise, for the next category of students, knowledge comes forth of its own. We are not to cry for God to come. God rather says, I am here, look at me. Who is looking him at him? We are always looking this. Our life's values are where? Everything in the external is our values. Where is the value of what is inside? So that's why it says that the second category of students, knowledge, you need not have to bring anywhere. It is here, but it is obscured. And the false knowledge giving the idea, it is not only obscured the real knowledge, but it is creating a false knowledge that I am the body. All of us. No one needs to prove that I am the body. Everyone says I am the body. No one needs any proof. This is a wrong perception that Vedanta says ignorance. And it's called the Maya in another term. Avidya, these are technical terms. But very simple formula. This ignorance has made me forget my real identity, and not only it has created a false misunderstanding, but it's created a new concept, I am the body. For it has two functions. It has covered my real nature, I am absolutely pure soul, birthless, deathless, eternal. That he has covered. Not only that, he has created a misconception, I am the body. And that's why our scriptures give the very beautiful example, very old example, snake and rope. In the darkness we go and we put our feet on the rope and we cry out, oh, snake, snake, snake. We cry out. But when we cry out and when we run away, the rope remains the rope. The rope concept is covered due to ignorance, darkness. That is the ignorance. When you bring a flashlight, then you see, it's a rope. What a fool I was crying, touching the rope, thinking it is snake. So this is the avaran and vikshepa. These are two functions of Maya or ignorance. Ignorance covers what is there and it generates a false thing and proves that you are that. So these are the things when it will be gone from by your spiritual practice, by your repeated analysis. How can I be body? Which body you are talking about? If you say yesterday's body is not today, and I am the body, which body you are talking about? 10 years before, your body? That was your body or someone's body? What about when you are 5 years old, when you are 1 year baby? What that body? Where is the body? Which body you are talking about? Today's body? By that time you are talking about, one click second, body is changed. So which body you are talking about? That means day and night, if some people analyze like that, they'll be convinced, really we are standing on some fictitious idea. As Buddhism says, now a ball of fire connected with a piece of rope or string and whirls around. What happens? It create an idea of a circle. Ball of fire. Circle of fire. Actually it is ball of fire. But it makes it circle of fire. Fan is a close example. When the fan is rotating in the highest speed, sometimes you don't see any blade. But it is the blade rotating, giving an appearance that there is no blade at all. So this is the misconception. So when these will be eradicated, When the obstacles are destroyed by combined practice of reflection and contemplation again and again, then the knowledge will dawn spontaneously. What a beautiful, it seems so easy solution. Solution is very easy as it were. You have to do nothing, just day and night analyze that you are not this, not this, not this. Huh? But you have to hear it from your guru because that power transmits from there. It is not just not reading a book, you can do all these things. Huh? So you will have to have this awareness that a spiritual teacher who can transmit this energy in you. Therefore, you go to Guru. So that is the point, 24th verse. Now, let us go to the next verse, 25th verse. Vismritam swarupam tatra labdva chami karam yatha. Vismritam swarupam tatra labdva chami karam yatha. Kritartha paramanando mukto bhavati tatsanat. Kritartha paramanando mukto bhavati tatsanam. So what is a beautiful conclusion Sri Krishna, the Lord Krishna is giving, telling to Arjuna. You have forgotten, like it is an example. Vismitam, which you have forgotten, Vismitam is forgotten. You have forgotten that Sarupam Tatra Labdva Chamikanam Yatha. Suppose you have a chain or a bracelet, huh? And you have forgotten. Sometimes it happens, no? We are searching, where is that? We search for our eyeglass. Where is eyeglass? What did I keep it? By that time, it is already here. So we do these mistakes. So, labdva chamikaram. So when somebody says, hey, why are you searching? Guru will say, hey, here is your bracelet. Then you say, you find joy. But what for joy comes? It was yours. It was yours. It was with you all the time. Only you become aware. I lost. You didn't lose anything. The chain or the bracelet was all the time with you. The eyeglass was always in your eyes. You thought that you have lost it. And you are searching here and there. And your guru comes, a teacher comes, or somebody who is your friend comes, says, Are, what are you searching for? I'm searching for my eyeglass. Then he said, what is this? Tattamasi. That's that. Huh? Is it? Bas, in one word. But there are many doubting mind. Doubting mind will say, no. How can it be? It is not my eyeglass. You can argue sometime, as much as the darkness. So the second category student, third category student, fourth category student will be according to the doubts. But doubt should be there until you realize the truth and until your analysis is very clear and perfect. So this Vedanta is, in one sense, is a very powerful tool which gives us all responsibility on ourselves. You do this and you get it. You think this way, you will be clear in your mind. It will not come from heaven. Suddenly, some ghost will not stand here to appear before you. It is you. You are the consciousness. You have forgotten yourself. You only see what you are by correct analysis. Correct analysis. So, as people's normal example, that there is a bracelet and they search for here I lost it, where did I keep it? Inadvertently, I lost it and crying and weeping. We are also crying and weeping like that. Where shall I get joy? Who can give me joy? Who can remove my suffering? I am in such a miserable state. We are like that same, lost your, what you call the bracelet. Then the Guru comes with the knowledge. That's why Guru is knowledge. Guru comes and then gives their direction. Think this way. Why are you doubting? touch it. You can touch it, hold it. If it's much deluded people, psychologically, when you see many people who are suffering from psychological problems, they have created some fantasy in their mind and they live in that fantasy. How much you tell them, no, no, nothing has happened. Why are you thinking this? No! This is a good proof that in how we are deluded in our knowledge of the truth. It isn't practical. You go to this psychiatric hospital and see people. They have created because of some reason, somebody has said something, somebody has done something. These are arguments. You created a concept that you are this. And you cannot get out of that. And what the psychiatrists do, they want to bring you back to your awareness. No, no, no. This is your misconception. Nothing happening to you. You are strong. I have seen people, very powerful, strong physically. They become so weak when psychologically depressed. Here I saw him coming from one step to other like a child, pushing and pulling one step as if he has no power to stand up and come down the steps. So weak we become. This is a gross example how our mind gets deluded and misconception takes possession of us like a ghost and does not leave us. So that's why to drive out that ghost, we will have to work hard. This psychological depression comes in one lifetime for some reason after a few years. And this depression that I am worthless, I am nothing, I am body, I am mind, I am emotion, it has been gathered through lives and lives and lives experience. That's why it has become deep-rooted, so deep-rooted, you have to uproot that. That's why you go to the psychiatrist, what they talk, what the treatment. They make you talk and understand what is going on, what has happened, to bring out. No. Vedanta says, yes, why to work that way? In one stroke, say, get out. You are not that, I am that. And there are great, brilliant examples of Vedanta. No? Swami Vivekananda is a great example. Buddha, Christ, these are the examples, brightest example in the world. Yes, they have achieved that. When crucified, then he can say, bless, oh Lord, bless them. They do not know what they are doing. No? Forgive them. So they can say that. And one pin, little needle is punched into my finger. What I cry out, ha! That means they are not the body. By crucifixion, Christ proved that he is not the body, he is not the mind, he is not the emotion, he is the self, Atman, absolute. That is the proof he has given. So all the great souls have proved it. So it is not a just concocted story of some fantasy. Some people are sitting and idle thinking, ha ha ha. And many people think idle thoughts. It is not idle thinking. It becomes a reality. And you see people, those who day and night think, their facial expression, their movement in utter distress, in utter condition, they are powerful. Because they are connected with the power within. So this can be practiced as our daily sadhana. So he's giving the example as Bismitang Sarupam, forgetting the nature of like a chamikar means like a bracelet, forgotten. It is, you think that you got it back, you are happy, your lost thing has been gained now. Wow, what God's grace. It was there. You forgot. So when you get it back, similarly, Bismitam, you have forgotten your divine entity. You are beyond body mind. You are the absolute source of bliss and joy. Why did you forget that? And when you remember Bismitam, and then when you know that, Tatra Labdhva, when you attain that, Kritartho Paramananda, you will be feeling, I am fulfilled. I don't need anything of the world. I don't care for anything in the world. Who will come to praise me? Who will come to hate me? Who will chop my head down? Or who will praise me to the highest heaven? I don't have any change in me. I have understood. I am fulfilled. I don't need any money. I don't need many house. I am so big that what money, what pleasure, what thing can be given. I am the source of all joy. Paramananda, you will feel that you are the supreme bliss. That bliss you cannot imagine. What the worldly bliss, worldly joy we get is a tiny, like a sand dust. And it is like huge star, ourself. We cannot compare anything. That self will be Paramananda, Kritartha. You will realize that you are Paramananda. You are the supreme source of all Ananda. You are the supreme Ananda. Tat Sanat, at that moment, when you just understand that, Kritartha, you feel fulfilled. You feel that you are the supreme Ananda. You become Mukta. You become totally all free from all obstacles. Tat Sanat, that moment. So, what a great calling for us. That's why the Upanishadic sages, when they realized this, out of joy, they said, Ye, listen to me. Ye people of the whole in the heaven and earth, listen to me. I have realized that truth, which is beyond all darkness. Sannantu Vishwe Amritasya Putra. You are also same. You are the child of immortality. I have known that truth. Vidittameva viditva utimrittumeti. By knowing which you can cross this ocean of birth and death, this suffering, this absolute misery. I have known that. Come, come. It is your property. You also know. That's the call of the Upanishadic sages. So that given by Sri Krishna here to Arjuna. And it has a strong dose medicine. No? When you are in crisis, doctors give heavy dose medicine. No, not 25 mg. It goes to 25 mg, 50 mg, 100 mg. No, so it is a strong dose medicine. Vedanta is a strong dose medicine. Why? It not depending on anything, but depending on your what the talent you have in intelligence, analysis, like a scientist. Be like a scientist to understand your divine self. So that's why you will be Kritartha. So Arjuna said, Krishna said, oh Arjuna, you will be totally free from. So I'm reading the rhyming translation. As one feels happy when one finds on his neck or so gold that was forgotten. In the same manner, the person who has accomplished his goal or found his real self attains supreme bliss and total liberation at that very moment. Then you are totally free. Who can mind you? Huh? That same story repeated again and again. The Alexander the Great went to India and he was taken to see something which is the greatest miracle of India. What is that? So he was taken to show a monk, and the monk was in the Himalayas. What is his position? He is nothing in his position. He is a lion cloth, and he is lying in a rock, bathing sunbath. He does not care for anything. Where food, who will feed, who will come. And Alexander went, and seeing this austerity, he was moved. He said, Sir, I like to ask you to come to my palace. I'll keep you with honor and dignity there. That fakir, penniless guy had the courage to say, hey, get out of my way. Why are you talking like that? I am sunbathing. Why are you disturbing me? Huh? And Alexander got angry, no? His sword is out. Do you know who you are talking with? I can kill you. Then the sadhu, the holy man, laughed, burst into laughter and said, you kill me? May the fire cannot burn. Air cannot dry. Sword cannot cut. I am birthless, deathless. And Alexander was, oh, at the point of death, yeah, one can say like that. There are great examples like that. Swamiji told about one story that one while he was walking in the forest, and he found that one sound is coming. So hum, I am that, I am that, I am that. So hum, so hum, so hum. And he found that in the deep gorge, one tiger is caught, a monk, and his head is like that, neck is caught, and carrying to eat. And at that moment, this holy man is saying, I am that, I am that, I am that. It's not a story. It is really to understand how profound is this knowledge which can give up such a strength in the face of death. Deathless. I am deathless. I am fearless. But how much we say, we have our question, but for us, but we know, but we are weak. No. So now, but Arjuna, hearing all this powerful message, Arjuna now puts this question. What the question? Question is, Arjuna is the student and Krishna is the teacher here. Bhagavan Krishna. Jiva karta sada bhakta niskriyam brahma jadava oikka jnanam tayo Krishna viduddhatta katham bhavet jiva karta sayang bhakta niskriyam brahma jadava oikka jnanam tayo Krishna viruddhatvat katham bhavet. He says jiva karta. You know, jiva means individual soul. You, me, these are jiva. We are called individual souls. Individual. I have an individuality. You have an individuality. What is the individuality? Your mind, your emotions, your ego is different from my emotion, my ego, my understanding. So, but Atman is the same here and there. The outer costume is different. But inner power or the truth is the same. But here is the question, Jiva, I is a Karta. I know I am doing. I am lecturing. I am reading. I am talking. I am the Karta. So Jiva, Karta, and I am Bhokta. I enjoy. I enjoy the fruits of my actions. I enjoy the food we prepare and eat. So I eat, I enjoy, I suffer, I am the bhokta. I enjoy all these things. I am the karta. I am the Lord, I am the master. I am in charge here. So I. But Brahman, you said, niskriyam. Brahma does not do anything. Cosmic consciousness, it is there. There is no function in cosmic consciousness. Brahma does not do anything. Maya, when it comes, ignorance comes, then the play starts. So these are two different things. Jiva as individual, I have my ego. I am eating, I am sleeping, I am doing, I am working hard, I am relaxing. I. This is individual soul. And Brahman, niskriyo, it does not do anything. It is beyond all action. Action is in Maya, not in Brahman. So, Vaikko Jnanam, you are telling that you think that you are one. I am that. No? I am that. Vedanta says, you, aham Brahma asmi. I am Brahman. That is the meditation. Vedantic meditation is think, I am not this, not this. What I am that. Satchidananda. It is negation and also asserting positivity. So this two way we meditate. One way meditation is not this, not this, not this. That is Buddhism. And ultimately, what is remains, it cannot be said. Here it says, no, what is remains, Vedanta, one, that is the difference, that there is some ultimate reality, which you cannot erase out. You can erase out everything, but you cannot erase out that which by which your all knowledge comes to you. You can erase you are not the body, because in the deep sleep, you erase out your body identity. You erase out your mind, because in deep sleep you have no concept. Dream time you have your mind and its function. When you go to deep sleep, you erase your body, you erase your mind, you erase your emotions, and everything is gone. But still one thing remains. I remain. But who says I had a good sleep? That I is the big I, the conscious I. That you cannot erase. You cannot go behind that. You can peel off the waking state experience. You can peel off the dream state experience. You can stand in the deep sleep experience. But who sees the deep sleep? I am sleeping. How do you say I had a good sleep last night? Who has seen that? Unless there is an observer, you cannot express that as experience. You ate your breakfast, then you can say, yes, I had my breakfast. Is it not? Even if you had not the breakfast, you know, I had not the breakfast. To know something, there is an observer. Not to know that, there is an observer. So how can you deny that observer? There is nobody to deny that. So that is the Atman. So here it says, you are saying, but I understand myself, that I ego, I do. It's my consequence. I did this bad karma, I am suffering. Or somebody did something to me, I am suffering. Or this is my joy, this is my achievement, this is my accomplishment. I am that karta, sada bhakta. I am always the enjoyer. And it is, and you are saying Brahman is without any action, without any desire, without any fulfillment. Tayoruikam, how these two opposite things can be Ikkagyanam, Katham Bhavet. How it will be? Viruddhatvat, because they are like darkness and light. You are saying it is Brahman is not functional, and I am that. How can it be? I am always bubbling. I am speaking, I am dancing, I am singing, I am happy, I am unhappy. This guy, how can it be Brahman, which is have no action? So understand the very pinpointed question. Brahman has no functionality. It is there only. And I, as I understand till now, I am always having some function, action, or feeling, or emotions. And this experience also, I enjoy, I suffer, I get it, I lost it. Always is there. How these two things, actionlessness and action, how can they be equal? You are saying they are equal. You know that you are that. How can I know that? Vaikka Jnanam Tayo Krishna Viruddhatva. Because they are opponent. Katham Bhavet. Etanme. Next verse. Etanme Samshayam Chindi Prapanno Ahang Janardana Twang Mina Samshaya Chetta Nasti Kaschid Vinashaya Etanme Samshayam Chindi Prapanno Aham Janardana. Oh Janardana, oh Krishna, I take refuge in you. I am your student. I beg your kindness to remove my doubt, samshaya. Samshaya means doubt. That I being doing everything and Brahman does not do anything. How can it be doing person will be non-doing? So this is my doubt. Etan me samshaya. Samshaya means the doubt. Chindi. Teacher, please cut my ignorance, destroy my ignorance. Chindi. You may say, why shall I do you? I am your child. Please, I take refuge in you. prapannoaham. That's the fundamental question. Students should be humbled before the teacher. It is not like going to shopping place, no? You go with $100 and you just, hey, give this, give this, give this. This is your $100. You cannot purchase like that. It is spiritual wisdom. So it should come by the grace of Guru. So he is saying, Twang Bina, I am totally surrendering at your feet. Twang Bina, without you. Twang Bina, Sangsaya, Bina Sangsaya Chitta. There is nobody to cut this doubt of mine. There is no teacher whom I can approach. You are the best teacher. You are the Lord of the world. You know everything. Yeah? So please teach me. Eta Tvang Bina Sangsaya Chitta. Nosti. There is nobody. Kaschit Binishchaya. I am sure about that. There is no one who can help me in this utter distress. So please try to clear my doubt. So that is the question on verse number 27. So I am reading the translation here. Then we can go for the question answer. No question. Oh, no question today. Answer. Okay. Okay, let me finish this. Oh Yadava means, oh Krishna, the individual soul is always the doer, the enjoyer as we are, whereas Brahman, the supreme self, is actionless. Given the incompatibility, being opposite nature, how is the knowledge of oneness between them is possible? Oneness comes equality. This is also same, this is also same. But here I means doing, action, ego, pride, all these are there. And Brahman is beyond all action, all expression. So these two opposite things, how they can be equal? So then 27 verse, Etan me samsayam, just I read, this is my doubt, O Arjuna. There is no other than you who can destroy this doubt for me. I have taken refuge in you. Please remove this doubt totally from me. So one student should go and search for a teacher who really have practiced and have experienced something. They can really remove the doubts of others. Say Ramana Maharshi, you know, Balasekar, and what is the name of other? So many non-dualistic teachers and dualistic teacher, you go, who have experienced, go to them, and they have given illumination and understanding to many people like that. So this is the two questions here. Now the Vasudeva, Vasudeva means Krishna. Now Krishna will be answering those questions. So we shall read those next time. Verse number 28 will start, where this question put by Arjuna will be replied by the Lord Krishna. So we'll do that next day. So we end here first and then we go to the question answer. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Okay, so there is some question. We'll go to that. You can see these verses and all original verses, what I chanted on your Vedanta.org when you go. Yeah, Vedanta.org/Shanti-Gita. There you can find all the verses which I read. I read the verses of which chapter?
Chapter
2. 2.
24 to
24, 25, 26, 27. Okay, the question has come. So by surrendering this I, ego, we'll have the experience of that witness. But how to have that witness state? Though looks easy, is difficult indeed. Of course. You got the question. The question is that, so we understand now, if I can by surrendering this I, the small I, this I, which will die. When I die, ooh, this I am so proud of my I. When I die, no one will remember me. Few days, he was a good guy, or he was a bad guy, or some praise, some blame. No. After 5 years, and 10 years, 20 years, if you are a big guy, you'll be 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, maybe after 100 years, but infinite span of time of millions of billions of years. What is that? So this tiny I will be forgotten by the I. So by surrendering this small I ego, we'll have the experience of that witness. Yes, if this ego goes, then what will remain? If my ego goes, what remains of me? Ego goes means I have no identity with the body. Body also is not. Though it is there, see some people who are mentally up. They have no idea of their body. They cannot keep the mind in the body. So body is there, but he does not feel it is his body. So that experience of that witness, and as I said, who is the witness consciousness going back and back and back and back? Huh? That is, I'm saying back and back. It's in the words. I am to say something in words. Space, if I divide space like that, go back and back and back and find the space. What does it mean? Space is space. You cannot get out of it. So, but how, I'm coming, but how to have that witness state? No, you need not have to have that witness state. You analyze the way just we have learned that I'm not the body, not the mind, very deeply, then you can see who is observing this body, who is observing this mind, who is observing this understanding, who is observing my small ego. As I said in the deep sleep, when you are coming out of the deep sleep, you feel that you slept well. Who observed that sleep? I observed, no? But that I is not the small I. Small I is dead. Because deep sleep, you have no idea that you are there at all. It has been observed by somebody else, third party. Other than your this ego, what I am now, this ego, somebody have observed that. And that knowledge comes, percolates to my small ego. Then I say, I get. And why do you feel so happy? Tell me, in deep sleep, you are not eating ice cream. Yeah, your body should not say, I was happy because I ate something. You are not seeing any beautiful flowers or garden or anything. Nothing was there, but you were feeling greatest joy. Where the joy comes from? That I, which is behind the I. So that witness is a state. It is there now. At this moment I am talking. I am feeling. When I'm in frustrated mood, when I'm in an angry mood, whatever in situation happens, this consciousness is all there. I cannot be angry without that consciousness. Dead body cannot be angry. Dead body cannot be loving. Dead body cannot be hating. Dead body cannot come with a gun to kill somebody. Dead body cannot give his life for saving someone. That is the point, that consciousness is always there. That's why it will spontaneously come. But how to have that witness means this is the policy, has been mentioned in the Vedantic policy of analyzing. So yes, you are very correct. Though looks easy, it's difficult indeed. We are trying that for last 50 years, 60 years in our life. So we have to do it continuously. Bolo.
So continuing on that question, I don't know if this is too technical. I'm asking, or maybe it doesn't make sense. The word witness indicates there is a action aspect in the consciousness, but I think similar to what Arjuna says, there's no consciousness. So more than witness, I mean, it seems like the right way to explain is it enables this experience, but It's not really a witness itself, because when you
Exactly.
experience that, there is no other experience of
Good,
the world,
good.
right?
You have got the right point. I'm using the term witness, witness, witness. Who will say witness? If there is only one, then who will be the witness? Now I am in the body mind so that you become witness, witness, witness. We are using the term witness. We'll have to use to make us understand. To go for the original witness, as if this witness is there is another witness and third witness. No, ultimate witness is only one witness. When it reflects to our ego, ego gets illuminated. Ego becomes the boss. When his power transcends, it is like in a government. You see, let us think the president's power. The president is the here, suppose the big guy, the Brahman. You go down one step, his power comes to the next. His what you call the next uh, vice president or some next. Huh? Powerful. They are big powers, but all power is because of the president, or that is the cumulative power of the whole humanity or the citizens of the country. So cumulative totality is that Brahman. You cannot say it witness, you cannot say who is witness, or it is the observer, or you cannot say it is Brahman, you cannot say it is absolute. When you say something, you are making duality. But we have no other way to express. That's why the sages have taken this terminology. They're using this terminology just to make us understand who don't have an idea of that absolute truth. So this language is also creates confusion. Now another question. In the sense of ego, is the transition from worldly desire to realization results in expansion of the ego, limited to unlimited, or does it mean the destruction of the ego? That means how the ego, his question is that ego, if we consider the word ego, is the transition from worldly desire, worldly ego to divine ego, or it is total annihilation. It is only language. Our ego identity expands more and more and bigger. That's why we say, Swami Vivekananda said, selflessness is God. As I forget my ego and I extend my ego with 10 people, my ego has expanded. If it goes to 20 people, it is much expanded. 100 people, 1,000 people, Christ, Buddhas, Ramas, Krishnas, Ramakrishnas, Vivekananda, they identify with the whole world. There's whole world suffering. Anywhere they are suffering, he feels the suffering. Anyone in the joy, he feels the joy. That is total identification of our I. So I expands like that. As we move in our spiritual life, this I sense, our ego, it is not transition from the worldly. There is nothing worldly. It is all permeated by that consciousness. As we expand, that understanding will come. Everything is permeated with joy and bliss. Everything is divine. Ugliest thing to the holiest thing. But we cannot say it now because I am in a state of duality. And I should not destroy this conception by forcefully wrong analysis. In the real analysis, when you are expert, then you will see only God is bad, as holy as unholy. But that is too far to go. And that is the expansion of Christs and Buddhas and Ramas and Krishnas. In their eyes, like the prostitute to the holy, treat them all equally because they see that oneness. The ego expansion is the right way. Could you please speak a little about why we have taken incarnations? Was this about learning what we have been all along? Yes, you have got the response. He's saying, can you tell me a little why we have taken this body? Why we are incarnated? Huh? Why? We were infinite. So why did you come to the finite? And why did you enter into this play of Maya? You have no demand because you are full in Vedantic self or Brahman. You are already full. But why do you come back again in the body? Oh, there is no reason. Uh, I give the example. Suppose after working whole week, people are tired. No moment to look at anything else. Weekend comes, they plan to go for 500 mile away, driving, and taking the stress of driving, and then where to stay, this, that. Why they do? They find joy in that. It's for fun. Our scriptures say, Jivan Mukti Sukha Prapti Hetabe Janmadharitam. To understand what we are, we have forgotten in the turmoil of this duality. Or we are very happy. Happy people sometimes go for some. As I was giving, the person who worked whole weekend could have been okay, I won't go anywhere. I'll eat, sleep very well, and rest fully. See, they watch the television and enjoy. Why are you taking trouble to go for cross country, what you call that, skiing, and falling down and breaking your arms? You didn't plan to go to break your arms. It's not fun. You are bored as you try. But in Vedanta, there is no boredom. Don't think Brahman is bored because it is all joy. There is no such example. But we may think that he was happy. Why he take this trouble? He took this trouble because he want to come out of it, to have experience. To what he is, to experience, sometimes it is called fun. That's why Ramakrishna said, God's play going on. Why it is, who will say that? We do not know. Another question, sometimes we see we are not the body mind, but from inside someone forces us to do or think which we do not want to do thing. How can we stop that thinking and think I am the witness? That is your response, is that how sometimes we think we are not the body mind. Sometimes this 1 hour we are thinking that we are not the body. It makes sense, no? After this discussion. But as I'll close this book and then get out, I know I am the body. So what is the use of this this study? How to get out of it? How to get out of it? As by 1 hour's in-depth study, we can feel a little touch of that bodilessness. If we can increase it day and night, it will be automatically, that concept will enter into it, our misconception will go away. It is called, by a needle, by a thorn, you pull out the thorn. We are pricked by ignorance thorn, you take a thorn of knowledge. This is the knowledge thorn we are talking so long. Take that and use this medicine all the time. Pull out, pull out, pull out. That means you have to day and night think this truth. If you are a follower of Vedanta, you will have to think not on the class time, not in the work money when you are really relaxing. In between your work, you have 1 minute's time. You think, oh, I am doing the work, but it is my body mind doing. I am the Atman. I am the self. So it should be enter into every thought process in our body and mind. Then it will be one day, by God's grace, it will be released, by Guru's grace. Okay? Thank you. Another question? Uma. So this is the last question. Okay. I don't mean again Bhakti Marga. Okay. In Bhakti Marga, different lokas are mentioned where jiva go after death. What is the Advaita view of what happens after death? Is there any kind of identification left? Yes. If you are totally free from ignorance, then you need not have to go any other plane. But if you are not completed, you have done so much with your austerity and purity, you will live in a higher plane, higher plane, higher plane. It's very natural, as if you are going with a rocket to go outer space. So in a zone, outer space, in the absolute zone, so if you go, yes, there is different planes and you can view the things differently. So yes, At the point, the ordinary jiva, according to their spiritual practice, someone is thinking of God as Krishna. Satchidananda has come to me as Krishna. Yes, if they think day and night is Krishna, Krishna, so the name and form and this, they will, after they reach that flight where they will, this embodied reality, they will go. That is called the Krishna Loka, Vishnu Loka, like that. But those who are realized here as absolute, I am that infinite, they need not have to go anywhere. That's why they say they attain all, everything here and now. Okay? So there's no contradiction. Bhakti Yoga and Jnana Yoga, no contradiction. Jnana Yoga is talking about the climax identification. Bhakti Yoga also says, when you think of your Ishta and you get merged into it totally, you lose yourself totally. And then you see it is no more form. Form melts into the infinite. So there is no difference in it. Okay, thank you all for questioning and being with us. Mother bless you all. And tomorrow, Swami Sarvapriyananda will be speaking. But as you know, we are restricted in the way. So those who have signed uh, as to join this is online signing. So those please come and with your masks on. 7:30 will be the talk of Swami Sarvapriyananda tomorrow. Sarvapriyananda. Sarvapriyananda tomorrow speaking. We want to accommodate everyone, but it is impossible, so we have to restrict. And also now the COVID situation is when it will be lifted totally, then we will be more liberal. Thank you all. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace.